A very good morning to everyone except Shog. You are about to witness the worst interpretation of your challenge you've ever seen. I would apologize for the audio quality, but I think there are many worse things to apologize for, so I won't bother. Okay. I did not know they could do that. I understand that understanding is technically an infusion, but because the rest of my gear is completely uninfused, there's no actual effect. So I think it should still count for the challenge. I just don't want to go remove it. I forgot exactly how awful Forsaken Manor was. I realized that this is terrifying because of the fact that Forsaken Manor has the guys who drop stuff spawns guys when you kill the enemies. So you're gonna have to spend more than one spell if you're going to do the challenge properly. For anyone who has not been exposed to the absolute slop that is the origin of this build, there is a challenge which says if you clear what is this POI called? Forsaken Manor Deathless at 65 point on either Mage or on Warlock with Threadbound Boots, Crimson Tithe, and no Aptitude pieces. Shog will pay me 16 hyperchromatic Arco Strings if I'm the first one to do it. I like money, and whether I like suffering is up for debate, but I think the results should be fairly obvious. Oh my days, there's another Arcanic Missile. That's terrible. On the face of it, you could simply use a build that doesn't really care about aptitude, and like, to be fair to me, my first shot at this was legitimate. It was Reaper, and I think Reaper would have been good, except for the fact that I can't play Reaper without a shield, and really Crimson Tithe not being a shield was the main determining factor that made me not want to try. I can see Reaper being powerful, but it is simply too fragile. Okay. I can't really tell if this is a loaded gun or not. This is my very first time using Marvels. I have never touched the weapon beforehand. This thing is freshly bought. Did I kill the Dreadnought? So, what Shog probably meant when she said 65 point Deathless is show me a build which can really hold up to the rigor of whatever BS that that 65 point Deathless tends to throw at you. 65 point throws at you and prove to me that you have the survivability and you have the damage to do it while under the very harsh conditions of 65 point Deathless. Unfortunately, what that sounds like to me is to activate one spawner and then run away while shooting. Oh, I forgot it had twisted. Shoot. I am not prepared for this situation. My test run was done on the Take Two preset, which I forgot didn't actually account for every situation. I do not know how to deal with Twisteds. Bye bye. Bye bye. Starfall. Ouchies. Ouchies. This is gonna become a recurring theme. If you've been keeping up with recent Monu news, you might also remember that Forsaken Manor was recently voted the worst of all winged POIs in player polling, unless it's somehow the best and I've misinterpreted the order, but I'm pretty sure it's the worst. I'm pretty sure the community doesn't like Forsaken Manor, and after this run, I'm going to agree with them. Okay. Okay. Done. It feels kind of weird to still be able to cast spells to kill mobs, but they're more like finishing moves unless I can get an elemental spirits to accompany it. Either that or it's a starfall, which is more like, oh, I take out maybe half an elite's health. No, that's a lot. Maybe like a third of an elite's health. Like I don't know what to do against these guys. And then when they die, they're just gonna spawn dreads. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Sure. Starfall. Okay. The design of the build itself, I guess I might as well get into the usual rhythm, is essentially a matter of well, I'm only allowed 3 pieces after all, so what's important? Survivability, damage, and speed. So survivability part 2. The choice for stuff is then kind of just what I have, and then Wave Loss Regalia because I heard it was good and I wanted to try it because I wanted to use Trade Wind because Trade Wind gives speed and HP and I also heard that Hypace uses this thing for, oh my days. Hypace uses this thing in his Arcanist build, and I said I'd try out the Arcanist build someday. Okay. Let's just dump all our spells on that one and worry about it later. Yeah. I don't really like using Ineptitude here because I think the net effect is largely just it makes you play a lot slower. Or rather, like, you would have to play a lot slower if you were some sort of normal build. But considering this is like my second ever encounter with R3 Mage, I've chosen to just cheese it. The structure of Forsaken Manor does me no favors either. spawners are going to trigger through walls. I don't recall if this got bedlocked at any point or whether it was simply one of the other ring POI structures that got bedlocked. Unless it was Coven Fortress that I'm thinking about. I don't know, charging UV bedlocks a lot of things. So usually I clear from the back, but this time I'm going to have to actually clear from the front because I really do not want to trigger too many spawners at once. I thought at first that this was going to be an element. This was just going to be pure arrow stacking, but it's not, because first off, elemental spirits is your AoE. Secondly, oh, okay. What am I thinking about? Ugh. Secondly, there just straight up are not enough good. There just straight up aren't enough good arrows charms. Like, oh yeah, I'll give my elemental arrows another 50% range. What does that even mean? Like the range on the AoE? The AoE that deals 8 damage? Sure, maybe that's really worth it, huh? Okay, it deals 12, and then I put on Leyline Conduit, so it deals less now, but... Well, let's get rid of this spawner, of course. The good news is I haven't popped Prismatic Shield yet. I suppose while I'm here, and it would be thematically appropriate, of course, to talk about my consumables, because I am doing this challenge for the consumable addict herself. The choice of Black Sunbrew and Fruits of the Catch is because I expect to take a lot of damage, and I want to be able to heal and sat stack whenever I want. I don't want to be gated by the cooldowns on... Oh. Ah yes, mage spellcasting through walls, my favorite mechanic. Oh, okay. Oh, that's Prismatic Shield gone. I guess Mountain's Dew would be pretty nice here, huh? But... no space in the hotbar. I gotta cast with something after all. And no, I'm not dropping a shield, I need to live. I'm only giving this one attempt tonight. If I screw it up, I'll just leave it for tomorrow. I'm wondering what the most efficient routing for this, not the most efficient routing, I'm wondering what's not going to trigger 3 billion spawners through a wall. There was an interesting suggestion I saw on the other day that said that, oh my days, the Arcanic Missile is still following me. Evidently, the solution is to get a World Shaper's Loom. It suggested the implementation of a mechanic similar to the Gallery Nightmares, where if you left a spawner alive in your range for too long, it would start to spawn nightmares, like similar to how Gallery would spawn nightmares if you kept the mobs in a wave alive long enough. It's the anti-stall mechanic. I would say that this would immediately trigger such a mechanic because you are going to have to run. You have to run away from all the spawners. And you're not always going to be able to get them in one cycle. So this is going to be a bitter test of endurance. It's also a matter of staying locked in. You can't rush, because once you rush, you're not going to have the ability to space and get out of situations. Okay, die. I'm also playing with particles at 3 because I do kind of need to see. Okay, that spawner was never triggered in the first place. Why are the blazes on the rooftops? Okay, this might be the beginning of the end if the blazes have to keep spawning. I don't know if I can get to there. I don't really know if I can get to their spawners in time. Or at least I'm gonna have to deal with this for a long time. I hate Colossal. I just hate this challenge in general now. I don't even know how many minutes I'm into it, but it's not that many, is it? I should just play one round of Celestial Zenith and then get all the money. But no, I have to do this for the content. What are the blazers doing? Why are they fast? I don't play this POI, I don't know where the spawn is. Okay, they're coming through the walls. They're coming through the walls. This is like a tower defense game now. I believe in a previous video I've made the statement that R3 spawner rates are so long as to be negligible. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying things which are false. I hope you can all find it in your hearts to forgive me. I made such statements in error and will be considering my choices much more carefully in the future. Yada yada yada. I mean, I'm kind of impressed that I'm not dead. This is definitely down to me playing like an absolute coward and hitting things through walls though. More so than it is actual build viability. I mean, I have an offhand that's literally doing nothing except provide me magic prod and armor. Okay. This is, as Treebeard would put it, not very soulful. Where's the spawners? They're here. I think the major problem I'm gonna run into is that it's gonna be impossible to space in the basement. Bro. Okay, it's gonna be impossible to space in the basement. And my solution to that is, can I conquer Forsaken Manor without ever entering its basement? I probably can, right? Like, there's so much in this POI. And I conquered pretty early. Like, I could just go on the rooftop, which is much easier to space. Then again, the basement might decide to come to me. I feel like in video making, I've got to get. Well, okay, and that's prismatic shield. Thanks, man. 2 melee hits. I feel like if I'm going to do any kind of video making, I've got to either get better at being funny all the time, or I've got to clip together these clips, because I mean, I've said notable quotables, but it's also sometimes interrupted by like 30 seconds of me staring at the screen saying absolutely nothing, because I'm trying to focus and not die, and speaking at the same time is kind of hard. What do we do first? Oh, okay, been decided for us. We're leaving through a window. That's what we're doing first. Okay, die. I don't actually know where this guy came from, so that's slightly concerning, but we're gonna choose to go here first. Okay, that's not good. Thunderstep, out. I don't like Legion. Is there a single delve modifier that the removal of would make this easier? I think Legionary is the most obvious candidate, because it's not like, even as a mage, I'm Yaro's mage, so it's not like I can just fully ignore things which are, ignore a crowd and treat it as one mob, you know, one thing that I have, one set of health that I have to get through. But oh my days, there's another dread. This is a truly dreadful Frost Nova. This thing's loaded, right? Yeah, it is. Thank goodness for the mod I installed, which allows me to see crossbow load percentages. Because if not, I would have no way to tell if this thing was ready to go or not. Okay, that's also not... What the heck did those mobs come from then? Okay, I'm running away. I don't like that my prismatic shield is down and I'm backed against the wall and I need to thunderstep. Please, game, don't lag out. We are gonna take a brief intermission. I think it is time to wall myself in and grab water. Returned. I figure if I was going to edit any video at all though. Oh my days! What is that? Oh. Okay. PC. Please leave. I am recording a video which requires solo clear of 65.1 for H. Bro, it's respawning in 2 minutes. I better not die, huh? I can't really prove that if she didn't break any spawners. This is why you don't have friends, kids. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm pretty sure she didn't do anything. this POI is gonna be a lot of this. I'll break one spawner, or there'll be one spawn event, and then they'll spawn like a Colossus, or just even like a regular group of mobs. And then I'm gonna jump out a window, because running away is kind of central to the survivability equation here. $30. Nah, you're staying here for another like 30 minutes. I was gonna say I'd cyan test, but I realized there's literally no point, because if I die the challenge is over either way. Oh, this is awful. I hate this. I also don't like that recording makes my FPS drop, so I have to play even more careful. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with this. This is like, some dev is gonna like say, this is what we intended R1 to be, guys. Like, this is intended gameplay, where you trigger a spawner and then you run away. But like, you have to deal with R3 spawner density, because screw you. Hey, I didn't know there was a spawner back there though. It's all in the service of getting enough spawners without having to go into the death trap that is that basement. Okay, thunderstep, kill. Yeah, I learned that trick from Vinia, where you thunderstep to greet damage instead of using it for survivability. This is awful, Yuan. Okay, there's one spawner there. I think we just starve off. Okay. Can I get a count on how many mobs that was from one spawner? Because I'm pretty sure that was like 4 or 5, each of which spawned their own specters. Suffice it to say, I was not prepared for that to be a blaze spawner. That's a concern, because I know on that ledge there are 2 spawners, I think, and they have a pretty quick cooldown. So just gonna try and trigger one at a time. Yep, there's one. Okay, thankfully, we can just rely on Bloodthirsty to eliminate the ranged mobs advantages, although that guy is still down there. Please, man, my leg can't be that bad. Let me place the blocks. Okay, now we just got away. And it's the ranged colossal I hate. Now, I don't know what the range on Starfall is. Evidently, it's far enough, but it doesn't deal enough damage. Okay, what is that? We might have messed up, guys. Okay, use the spells. Please, Monu, please. The good thing about the recording being this scuffed is that you can tell what my inputs are. So you can kind of tell when Monumental just is eating my inputs or is lagging pretty severely. Okay, no, that's not a gun. That's not a gun. That's not a loaded gun. Please shoot. Okay. I seem to have gotten lucky in the sense that I don't have much in the way of the Infernal Star. I might have screwed up. I might have spawned too many mobs for me to handle. There's so many. There's a malediction. Okay, what do we do here? I think we run in, we break the spawner. Change of plans, we kill this, we break the spawner, Frost Nova. Okay, you're gone. There are more mobs there. Okay, run away, run away. I don't understand why these mobs are dealing so much damage to me, because I am what is in ostensibly a tank build, right? Like, is this not a tanky build? I have Trait Wind on, I have Sunken Faith on. The build should be decently tanky, right? But it is just kind of folding. Okay, run. Pop the shield. Run. Okay. Okay, stop that. Thunder step away. There's nothing to save me except killing the mobs. So kill the mobs. Okay. That's scary. There's also still that Colossus down there. Do I care? That's a massive Colossus. I do kind of care. It's going to eat away at the rest of the POI. Then again, maybe I don't. Oh, too late. So, it spawned another round. I hate, let me tell you how much I've come to hate Forsaken Manor. Well, at least I get a Twisted Poem. It's worth like nothing. There's like a spawner here. Oh, okay. Mistakes. That might be one of those mistakes that you just do not recover from. We might have to condemn that entire area of the POI, because if we go anywhere near it, we're gonna get swarmed. Please prop fire spirits. Right, I mean, I figure as once we get in, we build up and we get in range of the spawners, right, in range to break it, then we're just going to get in range to trigger another one of the spawners, and it's gonna rain mobs on top of me. Where did you come from? Bro just walked through the... I don't want to go down there, man. Like, don't I just die if I go down here? I can get one chest. That's cool. think the alternative, which I really should maybe have realized earlier, which would be an easier cheese to be sure, would just to be to stack Blizzard Charms. Right. What is this tunnel? What? Is this just an area of Forsaken Manor that I've never explored because Forsaken Manor is too ass? Okay. Interesting. Not gonna explore it now because if I leave the POI it's gonna respawn. But... okay. Okay, I have not walked this way yet, apparently. You die. Yes, the easier cheese is Blizzard stacking. Because with Blizzard stacking you should still be able to maintain a consistent uptime even if you don't actually have aptitude gear, so far as I'm aware. I want to say this really highlights how long exactly Forsaken Manor is compared to the other POIs, but I legitimately, like, I feel like this is a terrible comparison point because why would you ever condemn yourself to this kind of deal? Like, this is an incredibly slow way to clear even the fastest POI. I think even like something like Nadir would take ages. And I popped my shield. I hate that this guy goes through blocks. Like, I feel like it shouldn't do that. Especially compared to like Arcanic missiles. I think we've just decided to start clearing in a different direction. That scares me. No, please, please, no, 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 no. I want to live. I do not want to be pulled in. What's up there? That's a threat that usually spawns dreads. Is there anything here? Can I clear this out first? Why is this the first piece of Monucommentary content I've done in a week? I feel like I should have chosen something more enjoyable. And not pernicious carapace things on top of bees. Never did this part of the POI. Okay, not good, not good, not good at all. Not good at all. No, 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 no. The way it's looking though, it means I'm not gonna have to go to the basement, because there's so many spawners. Like, even when I do clear the basement, even on runs where I do clear the basement, I end up with a lot of leftover spawners. I think the issue though is that every time I break one, I have to contend with the risk of, am I going to have to fight a colossal, and I can't fight a colossal without having a back way the heck up. That thing okay. I need to kill it. Yeah, yes, okay, good, it's dead. Okay, the reason that thing was so dangerous is because it was both vengeful and arcanic, and I'm not too sure if the damage buff from vengeful when nearby mobs die, I'm not sure if that applies to the arcanic, but if it did, I was dead from a single any kind of magic attack that it would have hit me with. Because as it is, magic attacks tend to hit harder than non-magical attacks, and as it is a magical attack, could already deal good percentage of my health, so it is entirely conceivable that I could be one shot for max health by a magic attack which is vengeful boosted. Okay, we don't want to go too close in case we activate those spawners in that building. Block. I missed the block somehow. So this is like the only good part of running Crimson Tithe on the build, which is that Crimson Tithe is going to help eat the magic attacks like slightly better, and by slightly better I do actually mean 6 armor points, so it's actually not negligible. I'm not certain on whether Ineptitude affects the elemental spirit's cooldown. It might. Okay, that thing just that got me from full health. That popped my prismatic shield from full health. I'm scared. It's gonna do it again. It's really going for it. It's really going for me, huh? I am scared of this elite now. Very, very, very scared. Don't run that way. I just need to listen for the telegraph. Both the sound that the Transcendent makes, and then... Oh, thank God, I popped it to a dread. Okay, now it's a familiar problem. One that I've solved before. And then I'll just repeat the solution. Okay, that's the Infernal Star we were talking about. That's the thing I said I'd gotten lucky with. I said, oh, we haven't had any. Guess what? That Thunderstep hit nothing. Although I do believe that that Infernal Star didn't break the terrain. Not too sure why. Might have been because it tried to place on a farm tile, and that caused it to land one block down, and landing one block down caused it to attempt to replace all the air that was there, and then it didn't place any. Either that or just straight up killed it before it landed, so the spell cancelled. I'm not too sure on the path we're gonna take next, but I reason that it should. Oh my days. We should probably deal with that elite that we opened up, right? We do not want that respawning, and we should try and clear that part of the POI, especially if we've already spawned the elite. At least grab that spawner, right? We do not want a second elite to spawn and ruin our day. I think one of these is a scary spawner. Yup, that's a scary spawner, alright. Okay, cancel the Transcendent spell. Thunderstep, Frost Nova. Okay. In conclusion, playing with an Ineptitude is much like playing with Aptitude, but like you stop. Okay, the Dread is not dead. I knocked over something on my actual desk when I realized that. Alright, so we've got that. We cleared that section. Where do we go? There? That's scary. Blizzard #1 Carapace Breaker, by the way. I have Urn of Perpetuity. I could be using Urn of Perpetuity, but I don't think it's good here. I need Blizzard to be able to deal that much chip damage. It's a boring spell, but it is a useful one. I don't like that at all. Wow, great loot. I'm so glad I went for that chest. What is that thing? And can I just sit here with Blizzard and kill it? Oh, it's one of the elites. I'm scared. The Transcendent, I swear. Transcendent Duplication Shriek. Man, what's even in here? I'm too scared to enter and find out. Because it's gonna spawn dreads! Okay, do this, do that. Dodge the thing somehow. You just gotta keep moving laterally. That's the sound of the Dreadful Orb, but I don't even know what the Dreadful Orb does. Okay, let's try and shoot down the top guy. I don't really want to get reeled in today. He reeled me in anyways. Hop down, heal. Realized my gun isn't loaded. Cry about it. Oh, okay. Well, at least there wasn't that much killing to do. Alright, and now you're dead. Let's get rid of you before you cause more problems. That is already more problems. I swear. I killed 3 elites. Okay, I guess it could be that it legionary spawned 2, and then the Transcendent Shriek duplicated one more. One of the elites was Transcendent and it shrieked, and that caused it to duplicate the other one, so that was 3 elites in total, but still, that's awful. I think something blew up that spawner, which is why there's now a Colossus. Either that or I just broke it, and I am panicking so hard that I didn't even remember. Please, Frost Nova. Is this like the portal thing? Are people doing portal in my wing? Okay, you're dead. I'm definitely dealing damage to stuff, but I think it's all in the basement. It does kind of mean I'm spawning specters though, which is a problem because specters teleport. Yep. R3 spawners could use some consideration of line of sight, huh? Yeah, I don't think I get a choice on whether to clear the basement or not. I think the basement's try to come to me and clear me. This, kids, is what you call type 3 fun. It is not fun, and you might swear off ever doing it again. Okay, please, don't. Okay. Oh, there's an elite. In fact, there's not just one elite, there's two elites. Generational fumble. Generational fumble if I screw this up right now. Regeneration 3, please save me. I mean, the burst damage isn't terrible, but it still can't even kill a dreadnought. Much less clean up. After this, I'm gonna try Gun Paladin, and I think if I try Gun Paladin, I'm gonna have a much better time than trying Gun Mage. Or more accurately, crippled, can't spellcast, can't do anything Gun Mage. There's only so much witty commentary I can make. This drags. What even is that? Maybe I should have played an infernal build and just melee things. Maybe that would be better than what I'm doing. Like, you might think that like the present success is an indicator of future success, but you'd be wrong, because the like as far as I'm aware, the POI only gets worse from here. There's like it doesn't get any better. It's not like I'm heading into less densely populated area. I can hear the pernicious from everywhere. Predicted. I don't have my one long range spell, so Thunderstep doesn't kill those? I might be cooked. This is my bad. Man, if I died there, it would have been my fault. 100%. Okay, let's head back in. Man, that's money I could be getting, but instead I'm here. Well, while I'm here, I might as well talk about about what Shog was probably expecting when she set the build challenge. Like, these are both solid melee caster items, if that makes sense, because Threadbound offers you, well, because Crimson Tide is a melee item in the first place, and whatchamacallit, Threadbound Boots offers you nice shielding, so you have more protection in melee range. The problem is, like, even on something like Reaper, you can't fully disrespect cooldowns. Oh, there's 2 spawners. There's gonna be so many Colossi. While the walls remain up, the challenge is not that bad because of Mage's ability to just go through walls. Yeah, Reaper can't fully ignore it. If I had to pick a class to play on this, it would be Paladin. It would be melee Paladin. Because melee Paladin, if you just DJ stack and pretend that marking is a fake, pretend that you're able to somehow mark everything, or maybe just play slow like what I'm doing, right? You might be able to get away with the Ineptitude, because you're still gonna get the magic damage from DJ, and your DJ isn't at all limited by Ineptitude. And then they're gonna patch it into the game that the DJ iframes are now affected by Aptitude and Ineptitude. I think that would be a funny change to make. I might have screwed up. I was not paying attention to my surroundings. I am not paying attention to my surroundings. Where? Okay. I have no, I do have a prismatic shield to save me, I guess, but I would really rather not come to that. You're dead. I have to say the FPS does not do this game any favors though. Dude, I don't get it. Why do the specters have to be so tanky? Like, 34 health mob. Okay, it's supposed to like explode when it dies. So that's fair, but why does it spawn a specter which has 199 health? Okay, what can I attack? Uh-oh. Counter their starfall with my starfall. Is it dead? It's probably not dead. Nothing ever dies with this build. Oh, well, never mind. We're about to change that statement. I think I'm going to die with this build now. I don't see a way out for me. I don't see a way out for me. I do not see a way out for me. I am cooked. Rest in peace.